Oh, hey, everybody. Omid here with you once again to talk about something that always happens when we see the raise in rates like we have for the last few days. Mortgage rates as a result of the higher than expected inflation numbers from the consumer price index, producers price index, the jobs numbers, the labor numbers. All these numbers have reported hotter than expected, so mortgage rates have reacted accordingly and they have gone up. So national average is now sitting around 7.45 on a 30-year fix when it was 6.83 a few weeks back. Whenever this happens, we have our buyers that says, "Wait, I'm going to wait until things settle down," right? So I wanted to bring something to your attention. We've created a module that really does a great job of explaining what happens when you wait, especially in this environment. So I want to take you through that. We can certainly fine tune this for a specific house that you're interested in and or a specific zip code that you're interested in for the appreciation values. But stay with me for a minute here, and I think you'll find it useful. Okay, so buying now versus waiting 1 year. So we ran some numbers on this thing for your average Seattle property, $838,000 located in the zip code of 98011. As we can see, based on historic appreciation of 6.83%, which has been for the last 63 years, is what Seattle's appreciated in that zip code. Buying the house now will have you up $57,000. Now, there is a cumulative monthly payment difference of buying now versus waiting, which, yes, you are paying $1,656 higher in payment because if you wait, presumably, I should say, the rates are going to go down. So we're going to presume that the rates are going to go down. Then there's also a cost of refinancing. The good thing with CMG is we've created a coupon for you that allows you basically to refinance for next to nothing. We waive all of our lender fees, etc. That's why it says cost of refinancing $2,200, which is just basically escrow and title. Okay, so based on this, then you're up $53,000 by buying now. Let's take a look at how those numbers work. Okay, appreciation gains. So the property goes up 1 year in value from that $838,000 that we bought it at to $895 based on 6.83. So here's where it is now. Here's where it's going to be 6 months from now, and here's where it's going to be a year from now, right? Now, especially if the rates start to come down the way that we think or we presume that they will, what do you think is going to happen to your competition? Do you think people are going to bail out, or do you think they're going to jump in because of lower rates? Obviously, they're going to jump in, okay? As you scroll down here, we can easily see here's how the math works, right? 838 today, 866 6 months from now, 895 a year from now, right? Your loan amount at a 10% down will go up higher and higher and higher. Yes, presumably your interest rate does go from 7.43 to 6.93 to 6.43. Who knows if it will or not, right? We were expecting lower rates 6 months a year ago. We have not gotten to those because of these harder than expected inflation numbers. And who knows if this is going to continue on or not. We know that Chairman Powell just said this week that we're not going to see a rise in the Fed funds rate, but we're also not going to see a lowering of them anytime soon. Maybe, as I've always said, the end of 2024 after the election or right before the election or the beginning of 2025. So, what does that mean for you? Well, that means that at the end of the day, yeah, your payment is going to be, or your rate is going to be down, but let's take a quick look at the payment, right? Your total monthly expenses, if you buy a house right now, are $61.20. There might be $59.82. That's a couple $100. Meanwhile, you're still paying somebody else's mortgage by continuing to rent. Oh, and by the way, and you're missing out on $57,000 worth of appreciation, which net to you is around 53 grand. So yeah, you save a couple $100 in interest. So over a year, that's $2,400. Yay, high five. But you left 53 grand on the table. It's kind of a no-brainer. Okay. So I hope this explains how to interact with these higher rates and get a good understanding of what it is. Let's not listen to everybody and anybody that gives advice about waiting, because especially as it pertains to our properties out here in greater Washington state, there's not a whole lot of inventory, right? And so for every buyer, every property, there's 19 different buyers, especially if the interest rates start to creep down half a point or a whole percent, like this assumption here has us believing. Okay, hope that helps, and reach out to us. I'm happy to put this together for your specific information and help either you as a buyer or you as a real estate professional get a better grasp on all of this so we can give the best advice possible and the best education possible to our buyers. Cheers.